Are you wondering if you should remodel or move? Well, you're definitely not alone. Hi, I'm Caroline Abkar with Windermere Homes and Estates, and today I will try to help you figure out whether you should be remodeling or moving, or at least give you some good food for thought. So the first thing I tell people who ask me that question is think about how much you love your location, your neighbors, your community, because that will be a very important factor in this decision. Now, there is a set of information that will definitely be helpful in doing this analysis. So let's take a look at this list that you will need in order to get started. First, you will need a couple of good remodel bids in order to know how much it will cost for you to remodel. You will also need your current loan balance on your home as well as the fair market value of your current home so you can determine just how much equity you have built in your home. You will also need to know how much savings you're willing to put towards your remodel or your new home. You will also need to know what options you have for a remodel loan, whether it's a cash out refi, a rehab loan, or a HELOC. This is where you need to talk to a good lender. You'll also need to know what you qualify for a new home, so the lender will be able to show you for the remodel versus buying a new home scenario exactly what you qualify for, because you need to remember buying a new home will require you to take out most likely a new primary mortgage with a different interest rate than if you were taking out a construction loan. So that's where a good apples to apples comparison of the monthly payments will come in. Finally, you will also need some good net sheets to see what your actual fees are if you are selling your current home and buying your new home, again, so that you are comparing apples to apples when it comes to the bottom line with both scenarios. So once you have all that information, you're going to be able to determine how much an equivalent new home would be. So basically, you take a look at your equity, the savings that you're going to put into a remodel, and then the loan that you will take into a remodel, and you will add those up, and that will give you the dollar amount of an equivalent new home. So once you have that information, here's what I like to do with that. Now that you know what an equivalent new home would be in terms of price point, this is where you use your remodel specifications in order to search what a new home would look like. So let's say your remodel brings you to 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and 2,000 square feet, and you have a 6,000 square foot lot. You will use all that criteria when you're searching for a new home. Well, I like to go back in time 6 to 12 months, depending on how many sales there are, to review the list of homes that have sold or are pending or are for sale that meet this criteria, because that's going to help you determine what the likelihood is that you will find a new home that meets the criteria of your future remodeled home, and see what your options are if you were to move. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, whether you love your location or not is going to be a huge factor in determining whether you should remodel or move, and whether simply remodeling may just fix all of your problems. Now, obviously, if you have a hard time with your neighbors and you don't love where you are, remodeling is not going to fix that. So that's definitely an important consideration. You also need to think about what the after remodel value is going to be of your future home. If you're in a neighborhood surrounded by homes of a certain size and value, you don't want to overbuild, because it will take some time for you to recoup and wait for the appreciation to catch up. So unless you're willing to stay in your remodeled home for years, then you need to consider whether you are going to be overbuilding or not. You also need to remember to think about where you will stay during the remodel and the impact on your quality of life during the remodel, because some remodels definitely can take 9 to 12 months and they can be stressful. And always include a monetary buffer for any surprises or unknowns during the remodel. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, and it is such a big decision, and it's important to look at it in an analytical way and really make sure that you have thought everything through, so that once you do make your decision, you can rest easy and know that you did all the research that you could to make this decision. If you need help or have some questions, I would be more than happy to help you. And remember, if you want to go and look at some homes just to see what it would be like if you were to move somewhere compared to remodeling, then I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.